So today I am doing something I've been waiting for many years. Today I ride my very first Waymo RoboTaxi. I've been excited about this technology for many years. I've been posting on the Reddit self-driving car forum since at least 2018, and today I finally get to ride one. I'm really excited. There are very few technologies where I really want to try the newest thing. I have an old phone. My computer's from 2017. I don't get excited over a lot of new stuff, but this one I've been very excited over. I'm only taking about 1.5 mile ride, and it's $25, which is more expensive than the Lyft and the Uber. However, I call it novelty pricing. This is a tourist thing. I get to ride one finally. My goal was to ride one before my 40th birthday, but I turned 40 back in April, so I missed it. However, I'm really excited. I've seen them all over town, and it's a Saturday at about 5, so they're kind of busy. But this is something I've been looking forward to for a long time. And I always said I would take a $25 novelty ride first. At that price, I wouldn't use it for regular stuff, but this is something I'm willing to just experiment with, and we'll see it when it gets here. Oh, look what we have here. It's my robot friend. He went past me. Oh, what was that all about?
Hello.
Hello. The car went past me and it changed the stop. Okay, but here we are. I'm gonna sit up front.
Hello, Riley.
Hello, Waymo. I feel like a little kid. Okay. So here we go. Oh my God.
As we get going, just give us 1 minute to cover a few riding tips. This experience may feel futuristic, but the need to buckle up is the same as always. So keep your seatbelt fastened, please.
This is so cool.
Little ones, or expecting, please see the seatbelt car.
There's no one in the car but me. This is so neat.
The steering wheel or
Wow.
your ride.
This is the coolest, greatest thing ever.
Improve our products and more.
And it's doing quite a good job.
When you're connected to rider support. So sing your heart out. We can't hear you. You can also use the app or passenger screen.
It feels so normal. The first thing I can tell you is at first it's surreal
In case of an emergency.
and immediately feels normal. Oh, I hope I'm not screwing up my audio.
Unless there's an urgent need.
But we're just gonna let this fill in the way. So today
Support will connect with you.
I'm just riding to the Painted Ladies.
Finally, relax
Oh wow.
while riding with us.
Yeah, a little hookup there. You don't have to worry about anything. My life is in the hands of a robot right now. So my life's in hands of the robots. The robots have taken over. If you are if you're one of the people that I placed a bet with that these things would never be a thing in California, you lost the bet. I am the official winner. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. So I'll turn you around so you can kind of see where we're going. But there's no one in the passengers, no one in the driver's seat. It's just me. I like the music. The car is clean too. I haven't been in a Jaguar in probably 20 years. This is the coolest thing ever. So look at this. You sit up front, but there's no one's thigh to put your hand on as you drive down the street. I'm trying to operate 2 cameras at the same time. This is so neat. There's no one to tip. You can talk to yourself and still seem sane because you can justify it by talking into a microphone. This is so neat. And the car's nice and clean and it smells good. Now, this is expensive. This was $25. The comparable Uber ride was about 15, 12, 15, 17. We priced it out. They said it was a high congestion moment. Oh, do not hit the pedestrian. Good car, good car. Oh, we got a car pulling out in front of us. But it doesn't matter for old Waymo. Waymo can do anything. It's so uneventful. So I can tell you the sensation that I have is that, one, this is surreal. I'm sitting in a car that's driving itself and I'm doing nothing. 2, my first, it feels normal. It feels like this is a mundane part of life and I'm just going somewhere. And that's a really nice feeling. It doesn't feel experimental. It doesn't feel like this is some lab test. It doesn't feel unfinished. It just feels like you're being driven somewhere. And you get a lot of people looking at you still. I have seen them all over. And there's no stigma against sitting in the front seat. Apparently everyone says when you sit in the front seat in a Uber, you're a bad guy. But this is the coolest thing ever. I can tell you right now, this is the future.
Almost there. Don't forget your phone, keys, or bag.
I will not, Waymo.
For your safety, the doors will remain locked when we arrive. Pull the handle twice to exit. The first pull unlocks, the second opens the door.
And it doesn't hit the pedestrians. So in Cupertino, the cars drive into people. They're human-driven cars, but if you're crossing the crosswalk, the car will drive into you. Because in Cupertino, you're in their way, and they're all hopped up on Adderall. And here, the AI is not hopped up on Adderall. The AI is quite chill. It follows the rules. It doesn't drive like it's rude. You're just cruising. Got a baby in a baby carriage, little kids. Please don't hit the people. I hate for this to be my first experience, ending the life of some young innocent person. Beautiful day in San Francisco today, by the way. Oh, look at that view. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, and there's a million people at the Painted Ladies. Well, I'm gonna walk around with a camera, just doing some photography. Arrival at 1 minute. So I can definitely tell you, this is the coolest thing. I do not look forward to a lot of new technology. I'm just not interested in it. This just gets me. And it pulls up to a place to park.
You're here. Please make sure it's clear before exiting.
Got all my stuff. The car is clean. The car is clean, so they say I soiled it. I didn't. And then there it goes. Just like that. You don't need a parking space. That was the best, coolest thing ever. That was so neat. Wow. There was a couple little traffic parts and it just did it flawlessly. This is the future. Let me give an analogy what I think it's like. So there's another one. Is that your first ride? I just took one, dropped me off a minute ago. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? That was amazing. Yeah, there's other people taking them here too. It is so cool. So let me tell you my first, internally, it felt mundane. It felt like it's just something that works. And let me give a good analogy. When I was a kid, we played Nintendo. We played Super Nintendo. And those games, you just loved those games. And there was a game that came out that just felt like you were jumping into the future, and it was Super Mario 64 in 1996. It felt familiar, but it felt like anything you've ever done. And you kind of knew that was a big leap. Games are going to feel different. It feels kind of like that. That's the level of enthusiasm that I have. But that was incredibly cool. And how it knew how to park, pick me up. There was a couple hiccups. It just worked flawlessly. I got to say that's the most expensive it'll ever be, and that is probably the least functional ever be. But the functionality was great, but it needs to be cheaper. That should have been a $3 ride or a $5 ride, not a $25 ride. But that's going to come with time. So overall, the years of optimism that I've had about talking about a technology, then finally seeing it in action, kind of worked. So anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed that episode. I hope you got to see my first ride on one. That was just too cool. I absolutely loved it. Anyway, now I don't want a human to kill me. I'm going to take some pictures. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. So I'm recording this audio a couple days after the fact. So on this trip to San Francisco, I did a lot of walking. I walked over 25 miles between Friday and Monday. And I had a great time. And one really cool thing was seeing all these robotaxis around. I also saw the Zoox vehicles, which I'll include some pictures of at the end. Those were not automatically driven, though. Those had people behind the wheel. At least they were testing them. But one really neat thing was that you could see people already figuring out how to use these. Like everywhere you'd walk, you'd see one driving around and picking someone up and dropping people off. I took the Caltrain both to San Francisco and then back home. And I saw people being dropped off at the Caltrain in a RoboTaxi. I'm thinking, that'd be a really cool way to feed like your larger mass transit systems where maybe people can't take something else. I don't see this as like a competitor to mass transit because that ship sailed a long time ago in the United States. Like places where I'm from in Riverside, almost no one uses mass transit, and really the way the city's designed, very few people could effectively use it. And I see this as completely take over Riverside. But what was really neat is that and I saw this when walking around, and you kind of saw my enthusiasm in the video where the car drops you off and then it drives off. You don't need a parking space. And if you had a lot of people, you don't need parking spaces. And yet you could do this with suburban density. So I think, San Francisco has all these other great ways to get around. Most places don't, and most places can't justify the investment. But I think this RoboTaxi system can really kind of maybe be that system, especially if it eliminates parking in parking constrained areas. But overall, I thought it was a very convenient thing. It was so neat to watch people, react to it and people making use of it. What's also really cool is that there's not some big commitment to use this. If you want to buy an EV, it's expensive, but this is like to test it out, just get the Waymo app and then just order a ride. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, you're out $20 or whatever I was out. But anyway, overall, great experience. Hope you liked the video. Catch you on the next one.